Look cute, wear pink, and take your dog to the upscale rich part of town.
At this point, we have ran into him like 3 times. So there you go again. Time. We secured the number.
You know, engineering, it's like a male dominated field. So it's about, I would say, like 70% men, 30% women. So be aware of all the events, be at the happy hours, be outside, ladies.
Mm-hmm. I had to leave town, but y'all know I live in Atlanta. And you also know I'm an engineer. Now, the reason why I'm super sad I had to leave Atlanta is because the National Society of Black Engineers Conference is this week. Can y'all hear me? Is this week. Now, I heard a lot of ladies talk about, like Afro tech. No. Sis. Now, and I'm not saying you gonna get married this week. But what I'm saying is...
Hold on. Why did you play that song? I thought you were an engineer. She's talking or something. Hey, shake that ass. I'm like, what? This is why women get used. But let me let her finish.
If I was in town, and this come, I would be in the field this week. Like if I didn't leave my house no other time, this week. So, since I can't go, I need scope to see. Because, okay, not Afrotech. This is the one.
Wow. So, you put a song. I think she was just joking. She had to be, right? This is jokes. This had to be jokes because why did you play that song? Shake that. I thought of a strip club. Like seriously. I remember I used to go to the strip clubs like close by the Bronx, right? In New York. You know how it is in New York. All the strippers, fine. You like, man, big old it was crazy. So that's what I thought of. So that's what's going to happen, and there's going to be some ladies there because this is Atlanta, right? So there's going to be some ladies looking like them strippers with some things jiggling and bouncing and like 2 basketballs in a back pocket, right? But what's going to happen? A lot of those guys that are making that bread, they understand the program, right? Use you and slide. They already know. Everybody's looking for a baller. So then these are going to be the same ladies, the same thing, the same circle, right back around again. But let me get to the next one. But I want to show, actually, I want to show the comments. I got to show the comments. Look at this. Look what this lady said. Doing the Lord's work. LOL. Doing the Lord's work. What hotel bar we need to head to? Shake that ass. Shake that. Shake that ass. Man, why are you doing this to these ladies? Why am I late to this news? Just seeing this. See, I've been manifesting it, but it should have been engineering. Oh, she said I've been manifesting IT, but it should have been engineering. So this lady was trying to go to Afrotech. I made a video about this a year ago. They spending $800 for Afrotech. But this one here is like around 480. But 480, you round it up, you get 500, right? That's what we taught in school. Round up. Because I know somebody's gonna say, hey Jay, no, it shows 480. You gotta round it up. Let's go to the next one. Now I can't play this, right? Because she has music playing. But it says, how do I get an invite to the next NSBE? I need to start looking for my husband. That's what she was talking about. And I gotta look at the comments for this one too, right? Because this is what she said. This is what they said in the comments. This is what she said in her description. You know how to have the description for the video. She said, I'm next. Let's go. A bunch of educated black men, sign me up. Callie Monroe, her name, I guess. Content creator, viral for you, relatable. NSBE, Chicago. She's trying to go to the one in Chicago, but I was wrong when I said 480. The convention, this lady said the convention was $470. She's crying because she can't afford it, right? Now, then the other creator didn't know how much it costs. She's crying. She's like, oh, I can't go. But just because they can't go, you got some ladies that are specialized that can afford that, right? Like, no matter what, I'm going to go to this SBE and find a man for me. I'm going to go to an SBE and find a man for me. Guys, I say that because let me let you understand something. How much that lady paid? She paid that what's it really call it? He's what do you call those guys? He's like a hookup, not a hookup artist, but I forgot what you call him. I don't know why it's slipping my brain. But he does that, right? He puts people together. And she paid him like around 5,000. So you think some ladies are not gonna pay that 470? And the one in Atlanta maybe a little more, maybe the same price, but they're gonna pay that money. And you know how I know? This is how I know.
I don't even know if I should be telling y'all this, but you know, I'm a girl's girl, so I'ma just
And you see what she said from my single Chicago lady, so she knows about it. Listen to her talk.
I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all some exciting news if you live in Chicago. Even if you don't live in Chicago, listen up. And if y'all trying to find a husband, National Society of Black Engineers is coming into town in 2 weeks, March 5th through 9th. Now, what does that mean, ladies? It means the men are outside. The men with jobs, the men that make six figures are outside. They're in town. And so what does that mean for us? That means we need to be outside. We need to be in town. So I went to the one in Atlanta last year for my company, and like it was such a phenomenal experience. Black excellence. It's about 18,000 Black professionals. And if you know engineering, it's like a male dominated field. So it's about, I would say like 70% men, 30% women. So be aware of all the events, be at the happy hours, be outside, ladies, because this is a rare opportunity. I'm telling you, like, part of me was like, I didn't want to let y'all know. But I'm like, I'm a girl's girl. We all got to find our husbands. If you're not trying to find a husband, if you're trying to stack your roster for the summer or whatever, do you, baby, whatever you got to do.
Stack your roster. This is a sad moment because there's gonna be some guys there that are green, right? A guy there that just goes to school. This is what he did in high school. Goes to school, didn't talk to girls. Because these are the guys a lot of the times that are gonna be there, right? The straight and narrow dudes. I was a knucklehead when I grew up. These guys are not like me. Straight and narrow, like this. Right? Don't do anything. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Nothing. And build your roster.
But I just wanted to give y'all a little PSA to make them hair appointments, get them nails did, okay? Because we are going to be outside that week. If you only outside 1 week of the year, baby, let me tell you, be outside that week. And I'll put a list of like the hotels that they're staying at, because if you're coming in town for the event or whatever, and honestly, like coming to town for Chicago, it's gonna be spring, it's gonna be fun. But it's at McCormick Place, which is in the South Loop, but that whole week, be outside. And then come back and tell me your stories. I've seen a lot of cute stories about how people met their husbands at Nesby. I definitely met a really good like guy last year. We talked for a long time. Didn't end up working out, but like such a good experience. And so yeah, I'll see you guys outside that week. Follow for more.
As I said, as I was explaining, you have a lot of guys that are green there. And then I came across this video. And see, the good thing is that you have the manosphere out there. Yeah, I want to talk about something, right? Because, you know, that's good for guys. Like, say, for instance, if these young guys don't have a dad, they broke that down. And you watched that manosphere documentary with Louis Theroux. And the guys, one thing I like is they did break it down and said, you know, some guys, I they have a father, they have a man to look to explain them or tell them the ropes, right? And that's good because Men need that, right? And I hope even the young brothers here, right? Because I know a lot of young brothers may think men in the manosphere are toxic, but it's nothing like the guys you saw in that movie, right? You got to pay attention. And I broke it down a while ago. Like it started back in the day with comedians, right? With Eddie Murphy, 1987 Raw. That was manosphere content. People didn't even know it. It's low laughing jokes and giggles, just like the lady was joking when she said, "Oh yeah, I'm going there," and it was on a when there was no music playing, and she was on the wall dancing. The one we said it's going to be $470, right? But there's some seriousness in those jokes. See, ladies are doing comedy too, but there's seriousness, because that's what they go. Oh, I was just joking. Oh, yeah, I was just joking. Yeah, ha ha. That's how guys are, right? You were joking. Ha 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 ha. Like the only TikTok videos. Oh no, I'm just trying to make money. Ha ha ha. Funny. Look, this is what I'm talking about right here. Straight and narrow. See? Shut up, brother. You starting your day the right way. You started off with God. That's good. He's at the NSBE. Let's watch. Sorry about that. I won't cut it off. Mm. Dennis Ty ready?
Wave, wave, wave. Okay, y'all, we're 2 companies down. There's be a lot of more, praise God. Peace out. Y'all, there's so much here. It's kind of...
I love this stuff because it shows young brothers, about to live the dream. They're young too. And he has his degree because he's getting interviews, right? This is amazing. A great day in Jesus' name. Look at this, right? Look at this. This kind of is the a view of excellence, right? Black excellence in a way. It is. Ladies, don't think it up. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Let me tell you what I see. You see this young guy? Come on now. I'm about to paint a picture. Let's think Jalen Green, right? Look who he's with. Look at the girls going. Look at the girls that are going. I'm gonna go there and find me a man. Older, get with a younger guy with his head on straight. Come on now. Somebody talk to him with his head on straight, doing what he needs to do in his life. He took the right route, the straight and narrow, just like I was explaining before. The straight and narrow. Now this. And hopefully his world is not put in shambles. Young guys like this need to be aware. Hopefully he has a father showing him the ropes. If not, maybe he's an older engineer guy that deals with pros. I'm sure they're like everyone's out there. I'm sure they're old smooth guys that's doing interviews. 40 years old. Like, oh yeah, these girls gonna come. I'm gonna work them. That's what I was told about the guys that'll work the girls, right? But not guys like this. He's green. Girls, you can see, look, little kid. I know do that dance. Like, the dance when you go like that, like, no old man is doing that. Old man is hip on game and understand. He been dealing with the pros. Know they come down to these things, and he knows. because they know, right? But they have another one coming this year.
There's someone who wants to launch the current tech or advance the current
NSBE 2026 convention, March 18th to 22. It's going to be in the DMV. And what's happening in the DMV? Tons of ladies. Man, I think I got to change the title. Tons of ladies. It's like 10 to 1, right? You guys saw the videos I made. I don't know if you guys watched them, but I made videos a couple of months ago about it being 10 to 1 in the DMV. It's like that in New York. It's like that in LA. And could you imagine all the ladies that's gonna flock to that event? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. And these next couple of videos, I'm gonna show you the kind of ladies that will be flocking there. Take a look.
6'5", blue eyes. I didn't saw his ass over there, y'all. We gotta skip a little, run a little, and he's tall. Hold on, let's go. I look a mess. I look a mess. Let's go. Oh, he got his grocery basket. Look what I got on. Let me get mine. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, y'all, he went. Y'all know I love. It's packed in here. I'm looking for a man in here. 6'5", blue eyes. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over here. He's over here.
That's the guy. Well, watch what she says.
At this point, we have ran into him like 3 times, so he's
Wow.
aware of my existence.
You know, I give her that. She's really like showing the guy, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And a lot of guys been shouting to the mountaintops, girls need to do this, and she's doing it. I gotta give her that.
4th time's the charm. Okay, let's go down, see if we can meet him on another side.
She's doing it again. She's hunting.
Oh, the niggas is at this. Okay, we're on the same aisle again. I think I should just go here. Ooh, there you go again. There you go. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I like to cook. We were doing baked chicken.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. After passing him for the 1,000,000th time, we secured the number. Time to go.
Wow.
And he said he'd been coming here multiple times.
He had to swerve back.
He was like,
Wow.
"This is so stupid." Because I know I'm not. I know, Jayla, that you always say people want different things. People, but I know that that's common sense. You're Jayla. How you not nobody?
She actually secured him. This is the energy ladies need to have, but as a man, you know, you gotta carry it, you gotta go off what they show you. So if she shows you she's not worthy, you gotta look for this because you can't go off of what they say. She's gonna say, "Oh, I've only been with 5 guys." 5 guys. When really she's been with 5 guys at the same time. She only gets 5 guys, right? You gotta be careful. Because she has that bubbly attitude, like that could be the case, but you never know, right? Because sometimes the girls that are vibrant like this are not like that, but you still have to identify it. There's certain signs, right? But then you have girls doing this.
With money, where to meet your provider, your future provider, and you don't gotta spend no money. You just gotta gas up your car and go outside, ladies. Get your dog, Brooklyn. Take your dog to the richest part of town, at the dog park, at the richest part of town. That's it. Look cute, wear pink, and take your dog to the upscale rich part of town. Walk your dog over there. How would they know you don't live over there? Just like that.
They starting to figure it out. Some of them are starting to figure it out, right? And how is that gonna work? Look what she's closing up. I think her name is some sexy BBW or something like that. She's closing up the droppers. What are the droppers? When you zip them down, it drops on a man's head. Like, say she's giving you a lap dance, right? She zipped up. You're like, what are you zipped up for? And she's like, oh, you want to zip down? Boom! Right in your forehead. Boom one, boom two. You're like, oh, I like this view. She got the throw the droppers on him. But no, she's in there. She's keeping them closed up, right? A man sees that. It may work.
Just cute. Just really rich looking, like sporty. I got my hat. My hair's curled. Come on, y'all. Think about it. You want to meet them? Go around them. Let's go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh no, sorry. The provider men are not on these dating sites. They're not on the dating sites. You gotta go outside, ladies. With or without a dog, go out for a walk in the morning in the rich part of town because providers are very into health and that is gonna catch their attention. Hi.
Morning.
Okay, so I killed two birds with one stone because Brooklyn is walked and I got asked out on a date. Y'all need to take my advice. What are y'all doing? You're not going to find your husband in the house. You're not going to find your lover in the house. You're not going to find your provider in the house. I don't know what y'all doing, but wake up. Wake up and smell the coffee, ladies.
Of dating bums and you are looking for a provider man, let me put you on to where you're going to find them. And listen very closely because after January and February, I no longer make this magazine. I will be shutting it down. So get it while you can. If you're a beginner, you should be in North Carolina on January 8th. You could also bring.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. This info is too good. I think this lady made videos because all of them are giving pro. Seriously, it's giving pro. Pros in different area codes, pros. She knows to go to events, and it's true. If you go to events, I'm gonna let her talk. But this is pro information. Sprinkle, sprinkle, pro. Right? The other lady saw that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's why I turned around. Pro. The other girl in the store, pro. That confidence, that unshakable confidence. And you saw the backside too, right? Pro. I can't lie. I'm not gonna play. These ladies are confident. I will give them that, right? I won't. I can't play them like that. But it's giving pro. It is. Let me let her talk now.
A friend for a test run. This is very beginner friendly and low pressure. If you're in North Carolina and you're a beginner, I would recommend going to the Chocolate Wine and Whiskey Festival on January 10th. This is a great opportunity for you to just get out and meet people. You don't have to try to force conversation because you're already there for a certain event. So any conversation could just be generated from that event alone. January 9th, if you're in the DMV, you need to be at the Wizards versus the Pelicans game. This is a great opportunity to get in front of some retired athletes, young professionals. The clientele here is amazing. Make sure you get floor seating or courtside seating how I did because you do not want to be up in the nosebleeds. Nobody important is up there. If you're in Cali, you need to be in San Francisco on February 12th. This is high pressure, high return. Beginners don't even look at this event. You do not want to try it. Tell your homegirl she can stay at home because you don't need to be clicked up at an event like this. This is top tier. There's going to be a lot of old money, private equity, physicians. There's going to be a lot of donors. This is just something you don't want to play around with. If you want your state's full event calendar, drop it down in the comments below. Like I said, after January and February, I no longer will be making these anymore. This is the time for you to lock down your provider because there is no other creator giving out this specific information at all. So, like I said, I will be retiring the business. I'm shutting it down. So get it while you can.
Yeah. I can't lie. This is good information. It really is. It is like because you do got have to get outside. You have to be social like this. Everything they said is gonna work. That's sad. I know when something like okay, I'm not a fool, but I think she said she. I think she's a pro. So the reason why they know all of this information, pros, pros in different area codes. Man, this is sad.
The dollars that they spent on you, but they do notice the effect his provision has on you. Provision is about relieving anxiety, so he may not understand why you want this and that and that. He may not be able to name or number all the money that he spent on you, whether it's cosmetic, whether it's apparel, whether it's education, whether it's a service, nails, hair, whatever. What he takes note of and places value in is the way your relief transforms you. And that is his currency. That's what's important for him. For providers, they care about the people that they love being relieved so that they can be the best person possible. This is one of the ways to find out if you're dealing with a provider. I think that is such an important distinction.
But that's a dying breed because that's not always the case, right? Some men don't like to separate from the money. Usually that's the man. Sometimes a lot of times that has the most, all right? The man that you can't tell if he has it. There's so many millionaires walking around that you can't tell. They're men that'll not let it be known they have money. And they're looking for low effort, right? Because they want to keep their money. They're not hoarding it. Their money's put away and invested in different things. But when you have this mindset, right, it's not gonna work. This is what leaves girls hurt. And unfortunately, the pro method works. What the pros were saying. That's sad, right? Ain't that sad? What pros were saying is actually what works.
To find provider men, the reason why they're able to date certain type of men that have these degrees, this education, this etc., is because they're dating within their social class.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you can't change your social class. You
Not
can,
all the time, but
but the truth of the matter is, people date within their social class almost always. So if you're looking for a certain type of man, just change your social class. Now, I didn't come from poverty. I did grow up in Detroit, so I was exposed to it, but I didn't grow up where my needs weren't met financially or anything like that. My dad spared no expenses when it came to my development and my experiences. I was a competitive figure skater. I did performing arts. I did all types of things growing up. So that was the first thing that my dad did to ensure that I was surrounded by people. On top of, when I was younger, I went to a private school for a little bit. And then after that, I had never gone to a public school until maybe like my last year of high school. I'm ranting, but I'm just giving you a little bit of a background, right? The second thing that happened was that I went off to college, and then you're surrounding yourself with people who are of a certain class, right?
She played it differently. From exactly what she explained. Now I want to know if she has a husband.
They have privileges in a way that other people
I think she
typically
does.
don't, who did not have that opportunity, right? And then the third thing I did was, once I was out of that school, I went to a even more prestigious university. Like, I went to a public Ivy League. So not to say I started from the bottom, but proximity is almost always going to win over being performative and trying to ease your way into a social class. I say all the time, oh, men don't care what your education is, whatever. The average man who has an education, etc., who are doing all these big things, who are entrepreneurs, etc., they are dating within their social and
And that is true, right? And that's how they stay protected. So even ladies going to these events, yeah, you may find something. You'll find a straggler. That's why I said it could be a guy that maybe doesn't have family that comes from anything, right? That's who you can get. You can gel and green it and take advantage. But as she said, a lot of people that are going to be engineers, going to be in these certain fields, they're protected. That's how they're protected, right? Is because they're in a certain circle, or they'll they'll meet someone through their parents, or they meet someone through someone else, and that's usually what they do. Okay, this is my daughter. That's your son. Oh, what is he doing? Click them up. Boom, match. And things are still done the old school way like that with the rich though, not with the poor. Ain't that something? So it's very important for someone to have a mother and a father and for them to both work together. But the only way we can change the future is by not being by females, right? Wanting to work with a man so we can change the future. Because I feel like Tupac. The truth is, ain't no hope for the future.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.